Hello, and welcome to Artificial Intelligence, Section 4, Lesson 2. Today you will continue working on your culminating task. You will continue by gathering additional evidence from text throughout the unit based on your thesis statement and create an outline for your essay. Here are our learning targets for this lesson. Can you explain how future development of artificial intelligence might be guided to benefit society but minimize harm and provide evidence to support that claim? If you'll remember, this was one of our learning targets yesterday in the previous lesson. Can you write a thesis statement, gather and organize evidence for an essay, and create an outline? To begin, you will gather and organize evidence from the unit text to prepare to write. You're going to continue to fill out pages 10, also known as page 12, through page 14, also known as page 16, in the handouts section. You're going to gather and organize evidence in preparation for composing your work. You're going to want to organize evidence from the Understanding AI tool and gather additional evidence from your reading response journals to support your claim from the previous activity. You will record your evidence on the Gather Evidence section of the Culminating Task tool. And again, that starts on page 10, also known as page 12, and goes through page 14, also known as page 16, of your handouts. Again, you're going to want to gather as much evidence as you can, as you will use this evidence to complete your culminating task. Remember to address counterclaims and evidence that support the counterclaims. And the counterclaims, remember, are where somebody says something the opposite of what you're claiming. Try to find evidence from the texts that support your claim. You will have 15 minutes to complete this activity. Now you will revise your content and ideas to ensure your work is appropriate to the task, purpose, and audience. This will help you develop your work. In a few minutes, you're going to partner up. You're going to review the prompt, which is found on page 1, also known as page 3 of your handouts, and you're going to discuss with your partner the questions on the slide. What type of prompt is this? What are the parts to this prompt? What elements must be included in a response to this prompt? Now I'm going to go over the partners or groups. Your work should appropriately address the task. Your position and your supporting claims and explanations should be accurate, relevant, evidence-based, and logical. You will have 4 minutes to discuss these questions with your partner. Now with the same partner or group, you will complete the process on the slide. You're going to read your work to your partner and then ask your partner the questions. Does the work address all parts of the task? Is there a clear position in supporting claims that are specific, original, appropriate to the task, and based on evidence? How well is the argument developed? You'll repeat the process with your partner's work. You'll make any necessary revisions to the content and ideas of your work. As you complete this activity, I want you to think about the following. What can you add to your claim to make it more clear? What can you delete from your claim to make it more clear? What details must you add to make sure your claim communicates your conclusion about the text? What evidence from the text supports your claim? How can you revise your claim to be based on evidence from the text? How can you revise your claim to make it more specific or original? You will have 10 minutes to complete this activity. But before you do, we're going to look over a claim and discuss. We're going to go look over two claims and discuss what makes one strong and what makes one weak. Now you will create an outline to organize your work. You are going to review the culminating task prompt, your thesis statement, and the evidence you have gathered. You will complete the outlining section of the culminating task tool to organize the supporting claims and evidence for your work. As you complete this activity, I want you to consider the following. What are the different parts of your thesis statement? Do you provide adequate textual evidence for each supporting claim? Now I want you to turn to page 15, also known as page 17 in your handouts. The outline goes from page 15, also known as page 17, to page 25, also known as page 27. You will have the remainder of class to complete this activity.